Identifying false relationships can be challenging, much like telling apart a needle in a haystack during the vast journey of human connections. In a world full of meetings and mismatches where people wear masks of friendliness and self-interest, finding genuine care requires both gut feelings and a sharp eye. To identify true friends and recognize emotional leeches, pay attention to subtle signs and less obvious patterns that reveal hidden intentions behind fake smiles and empty promises. If you're here for personal growth, this content will help you understand people better and guide you towards authentic and fulfilling relationships. Before we start, make sure to watch the entire video, as all the information is important. Be resilient, stay focused, remember to hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. Now let's talk about signs that indicate someone might be taking advantage of you. Sign number 1, failure to fulfill promises. Not keeping promises is like a play where words are the actors and actions are forgotten lines. Some people are good at using words to make promises, showing commitment and support, but often their words lack real action. It's like a painter creating beautiful expectations, but when it's time to make those dreams real, they struggle, showing that their assurances were empty. In these relationships, a pattern emerges. When support is needed the most, or promises should be kept, these individuals often disappear, leaving disappointment and disillusionment. This absence in times of need goes beyond just breaking trust. It indicates their true motives. Their promises are tools for manipulation, aimed at getting value, trust, or support without intending to give anything in return. Failing to keep promises becomes a test that reveals those who value mutual respect and support in relationships from those who only see relationships as opportunities for personal gain. For those left in a difficult situation, it's a painful lesson that not all promises are honest. Recognizing this behavior is crucial in understanding someone's true character and intentions, helping navigate relationships with a more discerning eye to protect trust and emotional investment. Sign number 2, one-sided advantage. This behavior can show up in different aspects of a relationship, whether it's about money, emotions, or practical matters. Financially, the person might often borrow money or resources, promising to give back or help in return, but those promises never come true. Emotionally, they rely heavily on the other person for support, validation, and attention, yet give very little in return. When roles are switched, they may seek help or time, but conveniently be unavailable when their counterpart needs assistance. This one-sidedness is like a parasitic relationship, where one benefits while the other is drained. The person, acting like a parasite, feeds on emotional, financial, or practical support without giving back enough. This lack of reciprocity can exhaust the giver's emotional, financial, or time resources, leaving them feeling drained. The motives behind this one-sided benefit often stem from self-centeredness and a lack of empathy. The person sees relationships as transactions, focusing on what they can gain rather than what they can contribute. This approach ignores the importance of mutual respect, support, and a balance of giving and taking. Identifying this pattern requires keen observation, noticing the consistent lack of reciprocity, and evaluating whether the interactions leave you feeling valued or used and undervalued. Sign number 3, emotional manipulation. Emotional manipulation often begins subtly, with the manipulator appearing caring and attentive. However, this demeanor soon transforms into a tool for generating feelings of anxiety, inadequacy, or guilt in their target. They excel at manipulating emotions, praising to boost you when it serves their purpose, then sharply criticizing or undermining to instill self-doubt and dependence. In relationships marked by emotional manipulation, the power balance is skewed. The manipulator controls affection, deciding when to offer it and when to withdraw, keeping their target off balance. This dynamic isn't about mutual growth or support. It's about fulfilling the manipulator's needs at the expense of the other's emotional health. Recognizing emotional manipulation requires a keen awareness of these dynamics and introspection to understand how these interactions impact one's self-perception and emotional well-being. Sign number 4. Missing during critical times. This behavior pattern is like a tree that provides shade only on sunny days, but disappears when storms approach. In good times, they enjoy the benefits of the relationship, but when challenges arise and support is crucial, they're nowhere to be found. These individuals view relationships as a convenience, offering support only when it serves their interests. During personal crises or emotional turmoil, their absence is noticeable, revealing their true priorities and lack of commitment. This behavior can deeply hurt, eroding trust and reliability. Understanding this pattern is crucial for recognizing the nature of the relationship and the other person's true intentions. It highlights the importance of consistent support in any meaningful relationship, serving as a litmus test to distinguish genuine investment from opportunism. Sign number 5, making you feel guilty. Imagine a situation where guilt acts like puppeteer strings, pulling at the conscience of a kind-hearted person and leading them down an undesired path. The manipulator skillfully pulls these strings, tapping into your sense of responsibility, empathy, or fairness. They may frame requests in a way that refusing makes you appear uncaring or selfish. Alternatively, they might remind you of past favors, suggesting an unspoken debt you are now obligated to repay. This guilt-inducing tactic is subtle and sneaky, starting with small favors and gradually escalating to more significant demands. Over time, your boundaries weaken, and your ability to say no diminishes, leaving you feeling trapped in a cycle of guilt and compliance. The manipulator's needs take center stage while your own are ignored. This tactic is effective because it plays into the basic human desire to be seen as good and helpful. By making you feel guilty, the manipulator distorts these virtues, turning them into levers of control. Recognizing when someone is using guilt to manipulate you is vital for maintaining the integrity of your personal boundaries and emotional well-being. It involves being mindful of emotional undercurrents, distinguishing genuine requests from attempts to exploit your goodwill. It also requires the courage to question motivations and assert your right to say no without feeling guilty. Identifying and addressing this manipulative tactic is essential for fostering healthier relationships based on mutual respect, genuine care, and free choice, rather than obligation and guilt. In summary, examining these different personality types imparts invaluable insights for nurturing genuine and meaningful connections. Through the incorporation of Stoic principles, we acquire the tools to maintain our inner calm, foster virtue, embrace authenticity, and exhibit self-control during difficult moments. Comment, virtuous, so I know you made it until the end. Thank you for watching, and as always, be the best version of yourself.